his lost tapes. It was yeah, back to where I was saying. Yeah, I did play Jim Morrison's lost recording sessions on my station. If you backtrack to where I my playlist, right? I've been like listening to Jim Morrison's lost tapes, and he's rambling about his first line was like, in that year we had an intense visitation of energy, and then he went on about a girl with pigtails, and I don't know, man. To me, it sounds like he's talking about the American Civil War. I think at that time when the Indians and the Confederates and the British and the French were trying to dominate America and Canada at that time. I think he was pretty much uh, emphasizing his poetry or his spoken word or whatever he was talking about, recording lost tape, lost tape recording session, which is even entitled An American Prayer, if you would track back, his Jim Morrison's last recording, American Prayer, yeah. So yeah, and he did mention about radio, static, and space and time travel, and he was talking about like he was talking about like spirits and everything, and like how radio and static energy and everything, and that was during the 70s, right? During the 70s. And to me, it's like strange. Like I'm experiencing what he is. He said, on his last recording, because I've been like getting like, yeah, that piercing coldness. I don't know. It could be like a listener from Canada or from somewhere where the weather is probably a bit cold, and it's probably lunchtime during at that time, and it's cold over there, but it's like right where I am right now, it's like at 3 a.m. in the morning, and it's like not even raining, and like I would feel that coolness, like, and I can smell that food in my room, like sometimes I smell like baked potatoes or spaghetti, or like, like I know this is like not Eastern food. This is like, I know this is not Eastern food. This is like Western, like breakfast. The typical American breakfast. I can smell that, man. It's very strong. It's like it's in my room. It's just looming in my room, and I got freaked out a bit. I sprinkled salt around my room and everything. I was at first a bit like freaked out, but then I listened to Jim Morrison lost tapes, and then I studied Edison's theory of E equals to mc square, and Newton's theory and everything, and I think maybe it's logical, like if you're broadcasting from a radio station, especially a computer or a device, and someone is listening, or a few people is listening, and there's gonna be energy being felt, and maybe I don't know, maybe if it's just me who can actually feel the energy. Maybe I've been gifted with that sense to smell or sense that energy. There are times when I feel like I'm actually sober in my room, but I feel like my lungs are burning. Like I feel like I'm like somebody like somebody is like drinking vodka in my body. It feels like someone is in my body. And it feels like someone is drunk in my room. But I don't know where that feeling is coming from, but I'm sober. I'm like sober. I'm like on a Monday or on a Tuesday, I wake up in the morning, I'm like sober and fresh. And suddenly I feel that's like I feel tiredness, and I don't know. I think maybe I've been like maybe it's me. I can sense energies from across the globes, especially through the internet as a medium. And the strange thing is, I don't know whether I should reveal this information or not. You see, because if I reveal this information, I fuck it. Anyway, either way, I think I'm gonna get trolled anyway. So yeah. Well, actually, I have been chatting on Wire Club. It's a chat room. On Wire Club. You can actually go and visit that chat room Wire Club. You can always go to Music Room Wire Club. And you see, what I did was when I registered in for Wire Club, right? There's a slot where you can actually type a bit of yourself, like about yourself, your info. Well, you can say that I'm like this person. I don't like that person. I don't like I'm like blah 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 blah. I didn't type anything. I left it empty. What I did was I just left my last FM address, which is my station, my last FM radio station. I just left it there. In my intention, I'm just trying to say, you want to get to know me, tune into my radio station, listen to my radio station if you want to tune in. And because I'm always in the music room, Wire Club, in Wire Club, right, in the Wire Club chat room, right, there are a lot of rooms. There's like religion room. There's so many rooms. You can play slots in it. You can play poker. It's like Facebook. But yeah, the best part about Wire Club is you can have your own profile. You can upload your own pictures. You can update your own posts and everything. And there are chat rooms where you can go in, like back in the IRC days, back in 1995. So what I did was I left the link of my last FM address on my bio. And to me, it's just I find it like I think it's human nature where like people like to like yeah, they I know they are listening in, especially when I'm like playing a song by maybe Iron Maiden. Okay, let's say I just played a song, but I didn't post it on. I will not. I will never post anything on that music room. Because what people usually do in that room is they would post YouTube links, like hey, let's check out this song, hey, check out this song, and then they would discuss about it, like that part, or like this video, or that song suck, or you suck, or and then typical trolling in chat rooms. and to me it's just like fun, it's just like watching people just talking, chatting on in the chat room, it's just fun, but for me, each time when I am broadcasting live on Last FM, right, I I'll just be quiet in the chat room, maybe I'll just type like a few lines of like hi, or hi, how's your day and everything. I try to like concentrate because I'm listening to the music on Last FM. I'm trying to like listen to the music, how it's being played, and I just can't concentrate like chatting and listening to music at the same time. It gives me a headache, it's like trying to like doing I mean trying to concentrate two things at the same time. It's like unless I'm talking live and the music is playing, that's a different thing, you see, and I can hear them talking to me. Like being on Skype is like you can see each other, but this is in a chat room, like in a chat room. And yeah, I would be like playing a tune, let's say by Iron Maiden, okay, Wrath Child, and then someone else would post Sweet Child of Mine, like hinting to me like the same words or the same word that I played on my last FM station. And someone would usually just post a YouTube link or in the main room, like Sweet Child of Mine, and then I would try to like not be distracted by it. I would just concentrate on my fields, because I if I want to listen from Iron Maiden, then I want to move on to Metallica, then I want to move on to Pantera. I'm not gonna like we're not gonna be playing Scrabble, like Sting song, we're not gonna be playing Scrabble. I'm gonna be like listening to my own taste. I don't want to play Scrabble with you. If you wanna play Scrabble, we can play Woody, like we can play like Scrabble. Let's not like play song titles and like communicate. Like to me, like if you are tuning in, please have the courtesy to just say that, hey, I'm actually listening to your station. Your station is cool. I would appreciate the fact that you are listening and you confess that you are listening, and you are not trying to distract me from what I listen, or you don't really like what I listen because of how I look, or